do the Theremin, rocket tests, Queen Elizabeth, and a nurse from New York City have in common? The modern-day security camera, of course. On today's Ask Safewise, we travel through time to ask, when were security cameras invented? But before we get into it, like and subscribe for more reviews, how-tos, and videos like this from us every week. All right, let's get into it. The earliest version of CCTV was invented by Leon Theremin, the same guy who made the Theremin instrument we know today. This early camera was manually operated with a resolution of only 100 lines. It was later posted at the entrance of the Moscow Kremlin to watch for anyone approaching. Decades later, CCTV was used in World War II by US and German militaries to watch rocket tests from a safe distance. Shortly after, in 1949, a US company began selling its first publicly available CCTV system. Then, it wasn't long until CCTV spread around the world. It even made an appearance in 1953 at Queen Elizabeth II's coronation. 14 years later, American inventor Marie Van Britten Brown earned the first patent for her invention, a CCTV system used to watch the front door and listen for visitors' voices. Sound familiar? That's the first home security system. Van Britten Brown was a nurse who often had to walk home through a dangerous area at night. She was tired of feeling unsafe in her own neighborhood and decided to do something about it. With the help of her husband, an electronics technician, and working odd hours, the Van Britten Browns patented their system in 1969. It consisted of multiple peepholes to see people at different heights, two-way microphones for Brown to communicate with visitors, as well as a remote lock for her door. She even added an emergency button that would alert the police to any danger. Thanks to her invention, Marie Van Britten Brown went on to be cited in 32 more patents throughout her life. Fast forward to the 70s and 80s when security cameras were installed in more public places like banks and ATMs. And finally, in the 90s, we began to see the ancestors of the cameras we know today, with the first nanny cam, IP camera, and webcams entering our home. This was the first time security cameras were used inside the home rather than as a public surveillance tool for police and businesses. Security cameras have a dark history of being weaponized and used against citizens and by militaries and governments and cities. But once cameras were made more accessible to us little people, they're more common than ever. Today, we use them to check in on our kids, watch our pets, and protect deliveries on our doorstep. If we left you with more questions, drop them in the comments below. We make Ask Safewise videos every week, and we would love to hear what's on your mind. Tag those comments with the hashtag AskSafewise, and we might feature your questions on a future episode. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.